Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I'm here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am here today with Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! So we'll dive right in there. So I know that you are the managing editor at Grit Daily News. Tell us more about that and what you do, and give us all the details.
Yeah, so Grit Daily is a news website. We're kind of focused on more of a Gen Z and millennial audience. We report a lot on tech, and we just want to make sure that we're providing a news outlet for younger people to go and learn more about kind of trending topics or more complex news stories that feel overwhelming and confusing to jump into on like a CNN or something like that. So we're really focused on kind of explaining these news stories from kind of a perspective of understanding that someone might not know anything about the topic and making it more inclusive. So anything from politics to finance to just kind of internet trends.
Awesome. I like that. So tell us more about how you got into that industry.
I started working as a music critic for a local magazine. I live in Utah, so when I was in college, I worked for just like a small local music magazine here in Salt Lake and got more interested in the media industry from there. And then I realized that I didn't really want to work in music forever. So I got involved with Grit Daily right after college and then kind of just worked my way up there.
Awesome. That's amazing. So how would you, explain that pivot? Because I know a lot of listeners right now, they might be into one industry, but then they know they want to pivot. Like, what would you tell them?
I would say don't be intimidated. When I first started writing more complex news topics, I felt like I didn't know anything about them, which I felt made me feel really intimidated. And I think, especially as a woman, like working in kind of a more serious like news industry, it can be especially intimidating to make yourself feel like you know what you're talking about. But it's just about doing the hard work and doing the research. And if you feel confident enough to explain a topic to your friends and family, then I'd say that you probably have the ability to do that in a professional setting. And don't be afraid of like venturing into new topics that you don't know if you're interested in, but you could be, because I definitely didn't know exactly where I wanted to go and what my beat would be when I was in college, but it kind of grew from just writing about different things and figuring out what interested me the most.
Yes, I love that. So let's talk about confidence for a second, because I know you said that, we build it by just trying new things. What type of like tip or value can you give around confidence as well that could help with the listeners today?
I would say that you are only as confident as you think you are. So if you tell yourself that you are not good at something, or nobody cares what you're writing about, no one wants to listen to you, then that's how confident that you're going to come across as. So, but if you tell yourself, I know what I'm talking about, I'm confident, I am a respected person, to a certain degree. I mean, don't just like barge in and think you're the most important person, but if you just kind of keep working at it and you like tell yourself like, no, I work really hard, I know what I'm talking about, I'm a hard worker, I'm very professional, then that will come across in a professional setting.
Yes, love it. Love that tip. So good. So, what would you say is your greatest accomplishment in your career?
I feel very accomplished every time I write an article that I spent a lot of time on. So I wouldn't say that there's any single moment that is like my quote unquote greatest accomplishment. But I guess each time I put out a new article that I'm really proud of, it feels like kind of a compounding moment, because when you write about one topic, you find yourself like reiterating the same thing over and over. So it kind of just adds to it. And the more you write about it, the more you know about it. I write a lot about like internet disinformation and online extremism. So I'd say every time I write about that, I feel like I'm adding to that accomplishment.
Yes, I love that. I love the compounding effect of the small actions and articles that you write over time. That's really, really good. Um,
Definitely.
so, would you say that social media plays a big role in how your news outlet perform, or what's your relationship with it?
I would say yes and no. We get a lot of our traffic from Google searches, but at the same time, social media is kind of the backbone of our company, in that a lot of what we write about that does really well is social media culture, politics that make their way on social media, and how the political world kind of intertwines with social media. They're very symbiotic in that we may not get all of our traffic from social media, but it is a big part of our company and how we portray ourselves.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. It plays a huge role. What would you say to someone listening who might be interested in maybe finding a career in the news outlet, or maybe starting a business around news and articles to help them start and take the first step?
If you're trying to start your own media company, I would be prepared for years of frustration. It's really challenging. I think you probably know this with starting a podcast. Like, it's very challenging to get that kind of project off the ground, but once it does, it's extremely satisfying and you feel that much better about your hard work. But if you're just trying to get involved in the media industry in general, I would say keep an eye out for even the smallest position in fields that you may not even know that you're interested in, and be open to writing about new things, trying new things, just to kind of get your foot in the door. And that will take you where you belong, I guess.
Yes, I love that. So I ask this to everyone who comes on the podcast. What does being a powerful leader mean to you?
I think it means being compassionate as much as it means being someone in power. I think that the most powerful leaders are the ones that feel approachable and identifiable with the people that are beneath them. Because if you have a bunch of people beneath you that are just scared of you, then you're not really an effective leader. You're just you're powerful, but you're not positive, I guess. So I think it means being able to communicate and being able to be approachable, even by the smallest person. But even if you don't know who someone is, you should never feel like you're too powerful to talk to someone.
So being approachable and being open-minded, and yeah, I definitely
Definitely.
agree with that. Awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have, like any last piece of wisdom you'd like to share with the audience today?
Work hard and don't give up on something. If you really feel like you're meant to be doing it, it will happen.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. So where can people go to connect with you further online?
So you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at _ that's so Julia on pretty much every social media platform. And then you can email me, julia@gritdaily.com, if you want to pitch something or just kind of get in touch, or even just ask about how you can get more involved.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for your time today. I really appreciate talking with you, and I'm looking forward to reading more articles from you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.